you're very feminine. It's like, it's very, I mean, who's your kind of ideal women's physique? I mean, who's the best of all time in your opinion?
To me, it's Juliana.
Yeah.
And to be compared to her is just, it's such an honor, you know? I'm very, very, I want to stay true to what women's physique, in my opinion, is supposed to be.
Good.
And Juliana represents that so much because she's absolutely stunning, you know, and she is a great representative for the sport and the division because the way she showcases herself is just beautiful. She's got this great flow, you know, but she's feminine. And that is something that I'm a huge advocate for. I want to keep the division very feminine. You know, I am a woman and I want to feel pretty. I want to feel sexy. And I just think that we should be able to portray muscle on women, but in a very feminine and attractive way. So that is something that is so, so, so important to me. And that's something that I want to make sure whenever I bring a package to stage each time that I still stay true to that, you know?
You see, you're saying like that's what your version of what you think of women's physique. But if you look at the winners, DLB, Juliana Malacan, Shanique, they're all perfect examples of femininity with muscle. You know, they're not kind of unfeminine physiques. You know, they're very, very, they look sensational. So those are the ones that are really at the very, very top getting rewarded, not the kind of like the I don't know, they are super shredded, but I mean, they don't look kind of, you know, weathered. I'm trying to think
yes.
Yeah,
well,
you know what I mean. Yeah.
They have a great balance. So
yes,
they are
that's the word I'm looking
but
for.
in the right way. It's not
yeah.
over the top. It's not extreme. It's not excessive. And, you know, that's something that I definitely want to make sure I bring to the stage each time. You know, I don't want to sacrifice my femininity. I also don't want to sacrifice my health long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is very, very important to me. And I completely agree. You look at your past Olympia winners, and I think Shanique and DLB and Juliana, they were all great ambassadors for the sport because, gosh, they're gorgeous, you know, but they have muscle, you know, so they're all pretty feminine and they have muscle, which is amazing. So it's great to see that you are able to achieve that amount of muscle, good conditioning, a good balance with conditioning, but still remain feminine.
I remember in 2017, and I actually spoke to Juliana about this, because if you look at her 2016 look and then the last look she brought when she won a final Olympia in 2017, she said to me, she said, I actually preferred the 2016 look, which wasn't as dry. And she said she didn't like what she felt she had to do to hold on to the title with what she brought in 2017. And I actually prefer a 2016 look. So what do you, because that 2017 was the year when absolute dry, like really extreme conditioning was rewarded, and I thought it was going down a path that really maybe it couldn't come back from. That, you know, because that's the reason it was brought in from women's body, because they didn't want it to be so extreme. But then, I mean, how do you feel now of where the criteria is and what's expected of you guys, ladies, to win? You know.
I mean, it's very concerning to me, actually. You know, you see some of these women, and I'm not taking away any credit from any of them. You know, I know that what they have to go through in order to achieve that kind of conditioning is unreal. But in the same sense, what are we sacrificing? You know, because there's some physiques that I look at and I just kind of think, well, to me, we're losing sight of femininity, you know. And I think at one point, in my opinion, women's bodybuilding was at such a decline because it wasn't appealing to people, you know? So they created women's physique to kind of, you know, create that balance. Okay, here's a division that we've established for women. We want you to have muscle, but we don't want you to be over the top, not overly conditioned, striated, dry, and still remain feminine. And now I kind of see this, it depends show to show, but you kind of start to see this transition. Like, are we going down that path that women's bodybuilding at one point did? You know, it is concerning to me, but it is very important to me too that the women that really want to continue to keep women's physique what it was originally intended to be, I think it's important that they continue to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because